Hey, hi, and hello. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Drew Some Truth. I am an artist, astral hoe, tarot reader, woo lady, and hoodoo baby. And I would love to give you a very personal welcome or welcome back to this here YouTube channel, Temperance Apothecary. Meow. If you have been with us before, thank you. Gather round, gather round. And if you have not, hello. We are getting into our weekly energy read. We are back at the crib. I am taking it from the desk because I miss being on camera. I miss fusing my energy with the cords. Ooh, as the Empress jumps out. I know that's right. And we are also now officially at the second half of 2026, which is super exciting. I don't know if you feel it. I feel it. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of movement. It's a lot of shaking. So let's get into these cards. Spirit, what is the energy read for the collective at this time? I've really enjoyed starting with just 3 cards and then letting the spread build. But today we're actually going to do 4. So don't know why I said that because I want to do, oh, okay. Boom, bop, bam. And then can I get an overall energy for us to ground into and embody this week? 2 of these already flipped out upright through me shuffling. Do I want this one? You can take both. Queen of Swords on the bottom. Y'all surely can't see that because of the sun. I'm recording this bright and early at 6:57. Hold on, can you see? 6:57 a.m. All right. Said it, gotta get up. If you have heard Early in the Morning by the Gap Band, then you know. But if not, go listen to that as well. Now, the first cards I'm getting are the Chariot and the Tower. Those both flipped out together. And then we had the World rounding out the rounding out the trio, I should say. And then for our overall energy, this is so funny. Maybe that's why I wanted to pull both. We got the Devil reversed and then the Lovers. So this is the week where we are aligning so radically with the choices that are good for us. We are, cut the deck, Knight of Wands, moving full steam ahead. Big Chariot energy. And it seems like we're running into a burning building. It seems like, oh my gosh, girl, you're gonna go all in. You're gonna do this thing. You're going to go all out. What do you expect to happen? It's almost like people are watching you charge forward. And I keep getting into a burning building. Maybe you are a firefighter. Maybe you are an EMT. Maybe you are, seeing that it's July now. And we are now officially in the second quarter, Q3. Not second quarter of the year, second half of the year. In the third quarter. And you are ready for active change. You are ready to choose change, and it's not coming from a place of self-sabotage or fear or limitation. You are actually choosing the loving changes that you desire for yourself. You are deciding that I will accept the things I cannot change and change the things I cannot accept. And as a result, you're leveling up, all right? The World, this is quite literally the evolution card. You are about to start back over. I just heard Brian McKnight, start back over one. That's not even a melody, but child. Now these all flipped out, Spirit. I'm not sure what that's giving, so I'm gonna put them back. But just off the rip, we also have the Chariot, which is Cancerian energy. We are still in sidereal Gemini season, but I know we're in Cancer tropically, so that's appropriate. So this is literally the reason for the season. We've got some gas behind us. We got some giddy up. And frankly, we know it's now or never. And I say we because this is a collective energy. We understand that you have to choose your hard, right? Yesterday, someone was saying that they didn't go to Pride, the parade in our city, because they didn't want to be overstimulated. Then they ended up being overstimulated during the day anyway. And I'm getting that very clearly now, where you just got to choose your hard. You know things are going to be difficult, or you know you're going to have to sacrifice, or you know you're going to have to work, and you know you're going to have to apply some pressure. Why not apply pressure in the places, spaces, and circumstances that require and that are asking of it from you? Like, I think this is so funny that we got the Lovers but then the devil reversed, because it is us choosing. We're choosing up, like we're literally choosing. And it's almost like I'm getting a Steven Universe kind of vibe, if you've ever seen the show, where you had, you know, Black Diamond, Yellow Diamond, Pink Diamond, all of those things. And that's what this figure kind of gives me. But in the past, that's what it was. Okay, so stick with me if you've seen Steven Universe. Black Diamond, White Diamond, all of them had their own colonies. We can get into the imperialism of it all later. But what Steven did is break the loop by deciding, I actually don't want to be like my mom and conquer all the rose quartz, excuse me, and conquer all of these people, or, you know, leave havoc in my wake. But in order to do that, Steven had to run into more than a few burning buildings. Steven actually had to move forward with his own power, with his own, you know, skills and capabilities. But he was then the person saving folks from the tower, right? But he still had to put himself in harm's way, in a way. So that clearly is a message for someone if you watch Steven Universe or Cartoon Network. But what I'm seeing is you are rapidly moving towards an elevation, because you've decided it's time to evolve. You've literally made the decision. So I am so, so proud of you. Spirit, what else is the energy for the week? And this Lovers, can you say more about this Lovers? What choices? Where are we being guided to make choices right now? Yeah, you are riding off into the sunset, my dear. That just made me think of someone specific. I don't know if you'd see this, but I hope you do. If you do, I'm still sending you love. We have the Hanged One on the bottom. All right, we got the King of Swords, the Two of Wands, and then the Emperor. Yeah, you mean big business this week. Do you see this? Do you see this? The King of Swords takes no shit, okay? Causes no harm. And you are very clearly and very appropriate. You are being called to make decisions as far as your future is concerned, as far as your mindset and your systems are concerned. You are being called to really restructure and reconfigure and rejigger your life and situation right now. And you're doing so from a place of mental clarity and mental rest. Like, I was going to say resolution, but what I want to say is resolute. Like, you are very specific. You are not accepting the pickle juice this week. Instead, you are very much saying, this is what I want. This is what I want. This Two of Wands in the middle is really sticking out to me, because it's you envisioning, phone in hand, kind of surveying the land like, okay, let me make a note of everything I'm about to switch up, everything I'm about to change around. You know what I mean? And as the Emperor and King of Swords both give me your energy, or our energy, because we are in this, we're all in this together. That's what this week also feels like, especially with the Lovers. You are being aligned and linked up with folks that are on the same type of time that you are. And that's going to feel a little jarring. It's actually going to be like, whoa, you can match my freak? And not freak like, oh, romantic, sexual, even though T. But it's like, oh, you get it. The Emperor is both your energy and it's someone outside of you. So think Aries energy. That is our card. But it could also be a Scorpio. Just any of the cardinal. Scorpio is not a cardinal sign, but getting Martian energy. But cardinal signs. So Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. You also are getting some air sign energy this week. So Gemini, Aquarius, almost said Aries again, and Libra. And what did I say? It is sidereal Gemini season. So you are still in your witty mercurial bag, but you are using your sword to clear the path before you this week. And then you are also taking the wands that you already have and using those to stabilize yourself, so then you can really fortify this emperor, this throne, right? Because the emperor is on his throne, or their throne, and then so is the King of Swords. But if you notice, the emperor is obviously in the sky. What? The emperor has all this land behind them, and then the King of Swords is in the sky. So you are grounding your riches, your royalty is what I'm hearing. Like you are literally taking things from up here, these heady ideas. You might be having a lot of like, frankly, life-changing realizations. That's the word. Realizations, downloads, messages that are coming from you at all angles, at all times, and maybe even unexpected times. Because me doing this at 7 in the morning was not on the mood board for today. But when Spirit woke me up at about 4 a.m., I got up, I cleaned my house, I did the things. It's also a full moon. Oh my gosh, it is a full moon today as I am posting this. So Spirit is definitely saying, yeah, you are receiving illumination. High Priestess, when I cut the deck, the Hanged One on the bottom of the deck. You are receiving illumination at this time, and from that clarity, making some very concrete, definite decisions for sure. You are making some like, ooh, yeah, judgment calls. Judgment flipped over as I was shuffling. You're making some very necessary judgment calls, but you're doing so from a place of emotional responsibility. Even though you have this King of Swords and the Emperor coming out, it's not that they are emotionless people. They just prioritize the desired result over their feeling. This is very much a week of follow the plan, not your mood. Now also, oops, 8 of Pentacles. Yeah. There has been a judgment call as far as your work is concerned, and not just, 4 of Wands, and 9 of Cups on the bottom. Oh, the Empress in the This is gonna be a beautiful week, y'all. I hope you feel it. I'm passing y'all the juju and the energy, and now there's all these sirens. We're taking it as a sign. That's that Tower energy. Like, there is going to be a wake-up call this week. And again, it's not something that has been coming through with the Tower lately for me, has been not knocking stuff over for destructive purposes, but knocking things over to knock everything into place. Does that make sense? Like, have you ever seen or like maybe built something and a screw is in the right place, but it just won't go all the way in, so you kind of have to like hit it really hard and then knock it in, but once you do, everything's set. That's what this week feels like. You are coming into this week ready to go. HOTTOGO. Right? Oh, okay. I thought the sirens were coming to my home. I was very nervous. But you are HOTTOGO. And so you are running forward into the Tower, being the one that implements this change for yourself. Hold away so y'all can see. Yeah, you can kind of see that. I assume you can see that's the Tower. But trust that on the other side of this wake-up call and the work that you are being called to do is celebration. It is this 4 of Wands energy where you have the judgment call, you apply the necessary tweaks that you need to do, and then on the back end, you get everything that you want, everything that you desire. So this is a week where you are being instructed to follow your intuition boldly, all right? When you get an urge to do something, do it. Don't hesitate. Don't think, oh, but what if, how? Your spirit got that message, receive that message for a reason. So any last messages for the collective, Spirit, for what's going on this week? What's it giving? What's it giving? What's it giving? Oh, they don't want to separate. Yeah, 6 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. But can I get one last message? We'll get 2 cards, Spirit. 1 for the overall energy of this week, and then 1 for a message for the collective to remember this week. If you resonate with this message so far, please go forth and like, subscribe, leave a comment, all the things. I truly appreciate folks that engage with me here on this space. This is what it's for. We also had a card fall out on top of the overall energy card, so we're going to find that out together. But let's just get one last message for what the collective can remember at this time, Spirit. 1444. Work. Okay. Seven of Swords reversed for the message to remember. You don't have to lie to kick it this week. And you're not stuck. You don't have to, see, you ain't got to do what other people got to do to get what you want done. All right, catch it. This is a week where, you know, you're going to be seeing yourself making some strides, and other people are going to be shocked and trying to give you feedback and what to do and advice. And it's not to say that they're coming from a sneaky or paranoid place, but some people are willing to cut corners, and some people are willing to, you know, get in where they fit in, kind of go along to get along. And this is a week where you are being told you don't actually have to move like that, with the 7 and 8 of Swords both coming out reversed. You're not stuck. You have more options than you think. And among those options aren't the less savory, you know, like, yeah, 2 of Pentacles. Oh, well, everybody else is doing it. If everybody else jump off a cliff, you gonna do it too? I saw the High Priestess as I cut the deck to shuffle again. So yeah, trust your intuition this week. You have the keys this week, all right? And just move like it. Move like you are. Literally act like you know. This is an anecdote that's coming to mind where I remember I had gone on a date with this guy, and shout out to him, very spiritual being. And we were talking about something. I forget what High Priestess! We were talking about something, and I forget, but I remember where we were and what we were doing clear as day. We were just sitting on a bench talking, beautiful Sunday in Brooklyn. And I was saying how before I do anything, I ask Spirit, like, what do you want me to do? What is blah, blah, blah. I just ask Spirit. And he brought up the point in that he moves like he already knows. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I just move from a place of knowing. And at the time, I was like, wow, that's really not self-centered, but like, okay, that's what the devil reversed. That's really self-centered, when now I just realized, one, it was a radical trust of himself, and it was a radical trust of Spirit. Because if you believe that you are aligned with Spirit, that means you would believe you have infinite and, you know, unlimited access to Spirit and to the divine. So why wouldn't you act like that and move from that place? And now years later, I resonate with that same messaging, because I'm like, yeah, no, you just got to act like you know. But in acting like you know, that's when you know, you know. You know? All right. Oh, after the devil, Queen of Wands. Okay. So act like you know. You think the Queen of Wands acting like she don't know nothing? Okay, yes, we have the Hermit reversed and then the King of Wands. So there may be some aligned divine partnership and alignment this week, which we love. And I'm not getting romantic either. It's giving me a very like, oh yeah, let's get down to business to defeat, yeah, the Huns. 8 of Wands on the bottom. Because think about how, yeah, 5 of Swords reversed. Think about how Mulan strength reversed. Now I'm being nosy. 3 of Wands. Yeah, you're coming back into knowing and trust of your visions and your desires for the future. And you're also coming up out of that shell, all right? King of Wands is like, you know what? Actually, it's like he got the Arthur fist right here, where it's like, oh, you know what? I gotta... And it's not from an angry place, but this is definitely a week where you're like, I didn't ask. I didn't ask, but that's because you already know, okay? That's because you already know. Confirmation burp. So allow yourself to move forward boldly towards the decisions you feel called and compelled to make. And where you might be a little afraid, where you might feel like, oh, I need to cut a corner, do the opposite. Go in the opposite direction. Literally break the loop. Do something random. If you feel like you can't, you can. If you feel like you can't, why don't you act like you can? And I do mean act. Not everybody is an actor, but everyone can tap into, yeah, King of Cups, a creative, imaginative place where you're like, you know what? Maybe I can't do it, but I heard Superman. You might like superheroes. Maybe I can't do it, but Superman can. You're Clark Kent. If you got to be Clark Kent, this is the week to tap into your Superman. This is the week to tap into your Iron Man, to your Tony Stark. You get what I'm saying? Your Steve to your Captain America. This is where you turn it on. All right? What's that? Oh, the hero thought. Yeah, this is where you act like you know. You act like you know. You've been in this 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups energy where you're like, oh, I know I still have strides to make, blah, blah, blah. What if from this moment forth, I give you permission and you give yourself permission to act like you fucking know, all right? You are the Hierophant. But that's what I have for you all. Ace of Wands on the bottom. Didn't even expect it to get this long, but I'm glad that it did. Wheel of Fortune. Trust that everything is working out for you this week and for the rest of this year, frankly. But if you got this far and you would like to work with me personally, I do offer general readings, love and romance, and career and development, as well as custom creativity readings. And I even have 1 card and 3 card pulls in written format in case, videos aren't your thing. But I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all with another one very, very soon. Bye!